Well, everybody, and welcome once again to Lightning TV, brought to you, of course, in association with mjdphoto.biz. The very, very last weekend of the league season saw the visitors to the Thunderdome on Saturday night being Slough Jets. Now, that's before Lightning took those on this coming weekend in the quarterfinals of the playoffs in pretty much a dress rehearsal. On Saturday night, it was the Jets who took the points with a 3-1 win. After the game, I caught up with a couple of the guys. Kind of a dress rehearsal ready for next week, but it looked like a sort of tired end of season game.
Yeah, I mean, we came into it, we know we've got them obviously next week as well, and we wanted to send them a message. So, it wasn't the result we wanted tonight, but as you said, it was the last league game, and as long as we turn up next week, which we were saying in the change room there, like obviously be annoyed about the defeat. Obviously, you never want to lose, but we know what we need to do next week. We need to work 10 times as harder. It's obviously playoff hockey as well, so everyone's going to be flying in, hits everywhere. But it's not what we wanted, but we know what we have to do next week. So
totally different game at the end of the day, isn't it? Playoff hockey, you're into it now. It's I suppose yes, both teams wanted to send a message to one another tonight, but you can't help but think last game of the season. Although Slough have another game tomorrow, and It's not a nothing game. There's no such thing as a nothing game, but you can't move anywhere in the league. So it's a case of maybe subconsciously you are saving a bit for next week.
Everyone seemed up for it in the change room, and we said it's 180 minutes of hockey left with Slough. So we wanted to win every single minute of that, and as I said, didn't win tonight, but I'd rather lose tonight and win next weekend. That's for sure. So. As I said, we know what we have to do. We're just going to have to work 10 times harder. I think we are the better team out of the two. Okay, they won tonight, but we just need everyone flying next week, and I'm sure we'll be okay. So.
There's one thing you have got in the Lightning locker room, and that's a huge amount of experience. A lot of you know exactly what the highs and lows of playoff hockey actually mean. So none of you are going into it with your eyes shut next week.
Not at all. As you said, lot of experience in the team, and we've got my line who wants to provide the energy. You've got the top lines like guys like Cami, Yanni, Blaz, JMO, Carzy we're going to obviously hope we'll score some goals next week, and but everyone's got to chip in. It's playoff hockey. Every line's got to go 110% at every shift, and hopefully we'll come out of the two games with the better aggregate scores. So.
It's been really, really weird this season. Obviously, watching you playing against your ex-line mates in Michael Wells and Matty Chwalski as well, and watching them tonight, it's still quite difficult to get used to. But they do know the way that you guys play, don't they? And that sometimes allows Slough to probably stem the flow just a little bit.
Yeah, obviously they know some of the plays that we have, and as we said in the change room before, and we said it every game, they're good friends off the ice, but on the ice they're just another team, another player on the opposition, and you just got to play them honest. And I think we did that. Matty obviously got a breakaway and scored, which we will obviously look to cut out next week. We don't want any breakaways given away, but they're just another player on the opposite team, and next week as well, we're just going to obviously play them as hard as we can, and try and not give them anything at all. So
one thing that's different for the last few years with the quarterfinal playoffs, for once Lightning sort of dipped into a certain extent because you've got the home leg on the Sunday night, the second time around. But it does mean, of course, that Lightning fans are going to be down there in some numbers down in Slough on Saturday night, and they are loud and vocal, aren't they?
Yeah, I hope it's like last season, because obviously I think we had more fans than them last year, and I hope that's the same this next week, because it helps us. It's the sixth man on the ice at all times, and especially in Slough, because they're right behind the bench, and it certainly lifts the guys. And we're going to go in there. It's a small rink. It's a different hockey to what we play here, because obviously it's a bigger ice pad, but. I think it suits us. We're a big team, big physical team, and on the smaller ice, there's nowhere to hide for the other guys. So we're just going to go in there flying and hit everything that moves, and we've got to take some more pucks in the net and hopefully get some more goals. So.
And there's a certain edge to get to Coventry for you guys this season, isn't there? Because I know that okay, if you look back on the season, that circumstances have maybe prevented you from being a top two, or maybe even a top team as well. And I know there's a certain amount of frustration from you guys on that, and you're always looking back and thinking, what if? And okay, timing of injuries could have been slightly better. Every team's had injuries, but maybe the amount of them. And it's almost with this team, like as a bunch of guys, you're almost thinking you've not quite fulfilled your own potential. And this is not people speaking about you; it's you guys and yourself.
It's been inconsistent this year. A lot, we put on a bit of a good run, and then we'll just, we'll have a game where just things don't work. One thing for sure, we have to make Coventry this year. We have a great team, and it would be a travesty if we didn't make it. We just said in the room there, okay, we got beat tonight, but there's pressure on us. We have to perform, and the fans deserve it. The fans deserve to get to Coventry, and I can just say we're going to try our best to get there. So
it's almost unfinished business, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's obviously from last year, it was such heartache. Last year we went to Slough with I think 3-goal lead, and we can't. Not that we're complacent about it, but
one deflection.
Well, it was. I saw that play in my head about 1,000,000 times that night, and for a few months after that. But now this season, we have to go. We have to get to Coventry. It's a must, and hopefully we will. So we're going to obviously go into next week with playing as well as we can and trying as hard as we can, and hopefully the result will go our way. So.
Well, that's brilliant. Well, Grant, many thanks for coming out to us. I know it's been a tough game tonight, so you got a night off tomorrow, but I know you guys will be training hard during the week, ready for next weekend.
It's going to be a big week of practice, and everyone's got to take care of themselves. It starts from tomorrow. We've obviously got a day off tomorrow, but guys have got to maybe go out for a run, get in the gym. Tuesday and Thursday we're going to be big practice sessions. Everyone's there working the heart out, and we'll just go into next weekend as prepared as we can. So, and all I can say is we'll give it our best shot. So,
brilliant. Well, Grant, thanks very much for talking to us, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
That's the league done and dusted now. That's over and done with. Maybe a list of what could have been, but now the big chance comes now in this next weekend against Slough. Funnily enough, in the quarter-finals, it's going to be a tough one.
It is going to be a tough one, yeah. Going back on the season, I think it's a lot of maybe coulda, shoulda, woulda, but we've got to put that behind us now and put all our attention on this upcoming week and next weekend's games.
Who are your danger guys to watch for to Slough? Is there anybody you go out and say, right, okay, we need to watch these guys, or is it effectively a whole team marking performance?
It is a whole team marking performance. I mean, we don't like to point out individuals too much because they're a good hard-working team. They got 3 pretty strong lines, but you can't not mention Backlick. He's a big, strong boy, and if you give him time on the puck, then he's going to cause you problems like he did tonight. Same with Plaskauskas. He's a quick, strong player, and he'll put the puck in the net if you give him time. So we've also got to watch out for them. But to be honest, it's all down to our game. I think if we play our game the way we want to play and the way we will play, I think we'll be fine.
It's got to be a little bit of a departure from Saturday's game, obviously, because to lose a game like that 3-1, it's a bit of a nothing game. It's difficult to say it's a nothing game because obviously you guys play for an awful lot of pride. But when there's no movement in the league whatsoever, it's quite difficult to put that to the back of your mind, isn't it?
Yeah, but you should put it to the back of your mind, especially when you're going to be playing them twice next weekend to get to Coventry. So you say it's a mean nothing game in league standing wise, but it's a mean game in the fact that we're playing them next weekend. So we try to send them a message tonight. Unfortunately, a few mistakes cost us. We played all right for the most part, but maybe there's a blessing in disguise for us that we know what we have to do next week to get to Coventry.
And I was saying to Grant McPherson a while ago, I suppose to a certain extent for you guys, Lightning guys that were here last year, it's more or less unfinished business, isn't it, with regard to A, getting to Coventry, and B, what happened in the playoff quarter final last year for you guys.
Yeah, it is. It was a haunting weekend, that last weekend of last season. It was one of the strangest games I've ever been a part of, I think, the game in Slough. But like we say, we've got to put all that sort of stuff to the back of our minds, the season at the back of our minds, and all we can focus on is two games of hockey to get to Coventry.
This side is without a shadow of a doubt good enough to get there. Can it go all the way?
Definitely, it's good enough to win it, without a doubt. On our day, unfortunately at times this season we haven't done it enough, but you've seen us on our day when we played well and we've blown teams out of the water, and we can do it, we know we can do it, and we will do it.
And if you look back on the season as well, fourth place in the league, it's a good achievement. But having said that, it does mean that basically you can beat most of the teams in the league 2 times out of 3, and that's what you've got to do with Slough now, isn't it? You've got the next two times to actually pick up that result and then go on to Coventry.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. I mean, all our attention is just on those 2 games. We know, well, I mean, it's one period at a time when you come to playoff hockey. It's a shift at a time. You have to win every battle, and it's the small things that matter. And if we do the little things right, everything will come into place.
Lightning fans are going to play a key role next weekend, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I remember last year in Slough, I've never seen anything like it. The travelling support, it was unbelievable, and hopefully we'll have the same again, and hopefully we repay them for the great support this year, and we'll get to Coventry for them.
Okay, well, brilliant. Well, Adam, I know you got a night off tonight. You're going to have a bit of a chill out maybe tomorrow as well, and it's going to be a tough old week for you guys as you build up for that quarter final. Yeah,
it'll be tough. We'll all be working hard. We'll be in good shape. We'll do whatever it takes to make sure we'll be at Coventry.
Brilliant. Well, hopefully we'll be speaking to you after next weekend, a few days before we get to Coventry. Adam, many thanks for speaking to us.
That's all right. Cheers, Chris.
Well, once again, many thanks as always for the guys coming up to chat to us after the game, and as they have done right the way through this whole league season, want to pass on our thanks to them. Now let's go and have a look at the remaining results from the league season and see what that does to the final league table on Sunday night. So as well as that Lightning game, there were just 2 other games on Saturday night as the EPL season winds down to a close. Telford picked up yet another 2 points as they beat Bracknell 5-2 at home, whilst Guildford beat Swindon 5-3 at the Link Centre. On to Sunday then, and the final day of the regular English Premier League season. Basingstoke finished with a win on home ice as they beat Swindon Wildcats 6-3 in Hampshire, whilst Bracknell Bees beat Sheffield 7-5 at the Hive. Guildford lost at home to Slough Jets 5-4, whilst Telford once again picked up a road win, this time against Manchester, as they ran out 5-4 victors to end their season on a massive high, having been 4-1 down and scoring 3 times in just 39 seconds. In fact, Telford ended the season as a form side, taking maximum points from their last 4 games, scoring 26 goals, and they must now be wondering what may have been over this season. On to the final league table then, and the top 5 remain unchanged, with Guildford taking the title and also winning the cup midweek against Slough Jets. Basingstoke are runners-up, and they'll be buoyed by the news that coach Doug Shepherd will be at the helm next term. The question will be now, how many of the current team can he tempt to stay? There's a change at 6th spot, with Bracknell sneaking in ahead of Swindon courtesy of that win against Sheffield, and B superior head-to-head against the Wildcats, whilst Peterborough have the final playoff place and the opportunity to provide a playoff upset as they meet Flames in the quarter-finals. For Sheffield and Telford, it's season over, and they'll both start to rebuild ready for next term. Indeed, Tigers coach Tom Watkins has already put pen to paper as he starts thinking about the new season. So let's have a look at the quarter-final fixtures, and there are a couple of mouth-watering ties in prospect. Guildford play Peterborough, who will have defenceman Joseph Sladov back fit for the weekend, whilst runners-up Basingstoke will face Swindon Wildcats. Manchester Phoenix will play Bracknell, and the final tie sees Lightning up against defending playoff champions Slough Jets. All of the quarter-finals, of course, will be played this coming weekend, the 30th and 31st of March. Well, there you go. That's the final league table for the English Premier League season for the 2012-2013 season. And once again, we'd like to pass on our congratulations to the Guildford Flames organisation for doing the double-double once again. Winners of the league, of course, and winners of the cup during the week as well, beating Slough Jets. Now, don't forget, tomorrow evening, Tuesday night's very, very important event happening here in Milton Keynes at the Campanile Hotel in Fenny Stratford. It's a fans forum. We urge everybody to go along to the Campanile Hotel. Starts at 7:30. It's all to do with the rink refurb, of course, and you can have all your questions answered, or as many as we can answer. Harry, Vito and Nick and all the Lightning management will be there, along with other ice users as well. So 7:30 start at the Campanile Hotel to get more information. Don't forget also, if you've ordered your supporters club tickets for the playoff weekend in Coventry, you need to get to the supporters club stand on Sunday night, the home leg of the quarter-final playoff against Slough, to pick up your tickets. You can also get some garlands as well, the Hawaiian garlands, and any more information about the end of season party that comes up on the 12th of April, of course, at Jewellery's Inn. Great night to be had by absolutely everybody. We thoroughly encourage everybody to make their way down there. Also, if you haven't got your polo shirts and t-shirts with the Hawaiian themed pool party yet ready for Coventry, you can also do that. Just see the guys on the supporters club stand at Sunday's game, or you can email Dave at b2promodesign.com. It's as simple as that. Now, don't forget, quarter-final playoff, the home leg is on Sunday night, 5:30 face-off. If you want to get any more information, of course, www.mk-lightning.com. That's the website to go to. If you're going to go to Slough on Saturday night as well, please make sure your journey is a safe one. We'll be back very, very soon. Till then, take care.